I'm not one to get into the drama of higher levels of Magic the Gathering. This being said, it's time to bring back the Magic Hall of Fame. This weekend, we had an unfortunately foreseen tragedy hit the Magic community. Kai Budde passed away after his battle with cancer on January 29th, 2026. This was essentially right before Pro Tour Lore When Eclipsed was set to start on Friday. There are not enough words to describe not only Kai's dominance in Magic tournament play as a whole, but also not enough to describe how much of a positive impact he had on the community at large. The German juggernaut was incredibly dominant, and could have been elected to the Magic Hall of Fame 3 times over. Even while he battled cancer, he still put up results. Probably my favorite story was Kai having not the best Pro Tour in Europe, and then proceeding to win the Pro Tour Last Chance tournament the very next day at the MagicCon. Even when he would have a rough weekend, Kai still showed his dominance and skill, which is incredible. I will link to the tributes from the official Magic accounts from Lore When Eclipsed weekend below, but make sure to have some Kleenex handy. We also had an incredible moment honoring him with naming the Player of the Year trophy after Kai that no one was able to keep dry eyes through.
So no matter where we come out on comparisons and rankings, a few things are true. Kai won the Pro Tour 7 times. He is a 4-time Player of the Year. He is a World Champion. He is a World Team Champion. He is a 7-time Grand Prix Champion. He is a Master Series Champion. He's a Magic Invitational Champion. He's a member of the Magic Pro Tour Hall of Fame. He has top finishes in 4 different decades. He's a great teammate, he is a great person, and he is a great friend. So today, I'm honored to announce that beginning this season, we will be officially naming our Player of the Year trophy, the Kai Budde Player of the Year trophy. I can't think of a better way to honor the contributions of the game's greatest winner. Please join me in a round of applause for the winningest Pro Tour champion of all time, the German juggernaut, Kai Budde.
The death of an incredible person leads us to reflect. And with that, I think we should open the Magic Hall of Fame back up. The last inductee into the Magic Hall of Fame was Reed Duke in 2019, a very deserving inductee. No one else has been inducted since before the pandemic in 2019. Instead, with restructuring of Wizards of the Coast, we lost legends such as Brian David Marshall, who kept the MTG Hall of Fame organized. Should be noted, I'm not sure if this was ultimately BDM moving on to new things or WotC being WotC or both. What can be said about this, though, is that the position as far as the Magic public knows has not been filled, and there have not been new inductees since 2019. What makes Magic stand out compared to other games in similar lanes are these things. We have had a more intricate and advanced pro system before many of the pillar trading card games. The point system that was created ultimately may have been unsustainable for a company looking to have exponential growth under Hasbro leadership. However, it is undeniable that it created a gateway from the local game store to PTQs, to GPs, to the Pro Tour. These larger tournaments being held almost every weekend helped create a familiarity with the pros, thanks to the coverage of tournaments that the Star City Games Tour and Wizards of the Coast would host almost every single weekend. I think there is arguments to be made as to how healthy the grinding of these tournaments were for the players trying to quote-unquote make it, but having the structure our game had, and the structure that we now have, has led to the unquestionable success of Magic. Without the tournament scene, the casual scene probably wouldn't even exist where it is today, being that in fact Commander was created by judges at competitive Magic events. We care about our heritage. Most of us who have been following the competitive scene of Magic have memorable moments and players of the game. Whether it's Randy Buehler's call of Lightning Helix off the top, which, yeah, I'd probably break my voice trying to do an impersonation of Randy's voice.
The crowd is into it. What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my God! Brett Jones is through the finals! Oh my God!
Brian Kibler riding f6 while playing against eggs. Calcano's reaction to having his Ulamog taken by Thoughtseize to ultimately be cast off a Dothy Voidwalker.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
And Calcano, as far as I'm concerned, he kept a great hand.
Right.
His hand is awesome.
Yeah.
The problem is that it has Ulamog in
He
it.
had natural Tron.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He not only that, he had natural Tron plus the tower to play Ulamog on 4.
Right. He had turn 4. Not
Yeah.
good enough.
But, you know,
Not good enough.
turn 4 Ulamog, it's like kind of medium.
He's like,
medium.
I mean, and Jake doesn't know, right? He's gonna find out.
Oh, I think Jake's about to find out. I think we might
Oh,
see.
here
I
we
think,
go.
I think we might see a smile from Jake in just a moment.
A fist pump?
We got a little bit of a
Oh, there it is. Oh, you got it, buddy.
That's an opening hand. That's a hand right there.
That's a hit if we've ever seen one.
Oh.
Patrick Chapin's many chases of a world championship, or even Simon Nielsen and Luis Scott Vargas's incredible top 8 streaks at Pro Tours. How can we forget Huey Jensen winning his world championship with his parents in attendance with that legendary Energy Cub deck? Or one of my favorite moments at Legacy GP in England a while back, where Scottish legend The Old Man went on an incredible run to win the entire GP with Riley Knight on the call.
Draws. It's a city of traders.
Greg on 3 life,
Kowalski on 3.
sacrificing. Oh,
There
one of
goes
the
the
bridges.
Kincardine Bridge at the face. And next one, the Kingston Bridge at the Dome. And Gary Campbell is the champion of GP Birmingham. The Legacy tournament goes the way of the Scottish Godfather, and he cannot believe his luck, my friends. There is not a more deserving man in the building for this tournament. This man has done so much for Scottish Magic, for the game that we all know and love. A truly wonderful victory.
MTG Goldfish recently reminisced on this point, and I'll link to their video below as well. You can even add this past Pro Tour to the list now, when Tony Portolone squeaked out a Game 4 win against Christopher the Great Dane Larson with a win seemingly out of nowhere.
When it gets to the fourth, I played too fast for myself. It gives creatures trample.
Okay.
Bad play by me. And Chris Larson might think there might be a way he could lose this game here.
Yep. Larson looks very
Right? Oh my
nervous.
gosh, that's 60. That's 32 trample damage.
No way.
If there is a land, there needs to be a land.
There has to be a land, though?
There's no basic. Can you get a land? Oh, the Fabled Passage comes back. Of course. He sacrificed the Fabled Passage.
Did he seriously put
Right.
together 32 trample here?
No way.
17. Yep. And then it's a 34.
Oh my goodness.
Wow!
Wow.
Unbelievable.
This is
Tony
insane.
Portolone
Tony.
just
I just
stole that game.
That is unreal. Christopher Larson was hoisting the trophy in his head.
Whoa, that was bad.
That is
And he
unbelievable.
We recognize our heritage with a Hall of Fame, and it matters. Every time we have a Hall of Fame member appear in some form on coverage, they get recognized. The fact that they get at least one invite to a Pro Tour every year helps keep them around as mentors and representatives of our community. Yes, we've had some bad eggs, but ultimately we have done an okay to decent job at when they get caught to also get them out of our game as well. Pretty much every form of major competition in sports has a Hall of Fame. While ours may be unique in the fact that players can still compete after they are inducted, thanks to the factors of not being a physical feat necessarily, though the state one needs to be in mentally to be ready and make good decisions in a match can definitely be physically taxing. I think in the long run, it is to our game's benefit. We get to see Kai have multiple Hall of Fame worthy runs. Same with John Finkel. Reed Duke has only increased in popularity and continued with impressive finishes. Patrick Chapin is still an important voice to the mechanics of this game. Yellow Hat, LSV, Seth Manfield, Shota Yasuoka, and many more are all players who, when you see their names come up on coverage, Your ears perk up due to their historical greatness in this game. More people tune in. Players at local game stores talk about incredible runs at tournaments that these players made. They discuss what they may or may not have done differently. They reminisce about incredible moments. And this gets passed down to newer players at the store. And so on and so forth. Players should have something to strive for. When new players come to our game to strive for higher levels, they should be able to have players to look up to and a belief that someday they too may have their contributions to this game remembered. There is a whole new generation of players to look up to currently. That's Javier Dominguez, JDP, Matt Nass, Ken Yukihiro, Simon Nielsen, Ely Cassis. There's plenty of others as well. In sports, players get elected to their teams or Sports Hall of Fame, their Circle of Honor, even get their number retired, and are honored by their fans. We are lucky that we usually get to honor the greats while still watching them perform at multiple peaks. We did with Kai, and thank whatever god you may or may not worship that we did. And look how that turned out. Kai got his flowers. You know, maybe it isn't an every year induction. Maybe it's an every other year event. But enough time has passed that bringing back inductions has to be considered. Do we need to change the process of which players are elected? Yes. We don't have the point system that we used to. So this would be something Huey and his team at WotC would have to discuss. You probably have current members vote with some amount of WotC staff that is in the know, while also possibly letting top performers in the game have access to weighing in as well. Then we also have to consider the weight of our current system's accomplishments, such as regional championship wins or top 8s, Pro Tour success, etc., in comparison to what players have done in the past to be considered. And you know what? These are all manageable items that can be remedied by WotC. Yes, sometimes you'll induct a bad apple. Yes, sometimes you have to ban players. WotC in some ways just doesn't want to deal with bad press when something like this happens or liability. But it is also an opportunity for good press when you act like a decent governing body and just ban the players when you need to. While we will probably not have another Kai, we can take away the ability to have another by removing the induction process entirely. What will we do with JDP, Javier Dominguez, Matt Nass, Ken Yukihiro, Ely Cassis, Simon Nielsen, and so many others? So many players have become deserving over the past 6 years. Let's do the correct thing. Get the ball rolling at minimum, and provide players with a chance to be named and honored within our over 30-year history of this game. It is time to open the Magic Hall of Fame back up. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next week.